Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and for the very first time in a long time, it seems like it's the best time to start investing because again, the market is at a huge discount and everyone's saying, Tommy, the market is down, people are going crazy, they're panicking, okay, and everyone's worried, so why not go ahead right now and start to pull the trigger and buy some investments? But exactly what should I be investing into? Well, over the past 2 to 3 days, I've invested over $10,000 into my portfolio because again, everything is at a discount. So if you want to capitalize, right now might be the perfect time because again, you can't time the market, but you can see exactly what is going on currently. So in this video right here, I'm going to tell you what I'm investing into, what you can also do, and on top of that, one industry that no one is talking about that you can actually go ahead and invest into and you can actually make some money, but no one else is really talking about that whatsoever yet, okay? And now guys, the first thing is this: if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and start to hit the bell to get notified, and on top of that, also hit like in this video. It really helps out, okay? Now, the very first thing I do want to say is this, guys, with big red signs, big warning signs, is this, okay? You have to have an emergency fund before you try to invest right now just because the market is down, okay? Because if you lose your job, well, your money is locked in. If the market goes even further down, then now you're kind of like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen now, okay? The point is, before you start investing currently right now, make sure you have an emergency fund for at least a minimum of 3 months. I do 6 months if you want to go even more crazy, to cover all your expenses for the next 3 to 6 months. Once you have that covered, now you can watch this video and go throughout it. However, if you want to take some major risks here, you can if you want to, but again, I don't really recommend it without having a backup plan as an emergency plan, okay? Now, the first thing is this, guys. The way I invest currently and what's actually going to change based on this entire thing that's happening right now, the answer is that nothing is changing whatsoever. So what I do is this, guys. I invest into ETFs using an app called Acorns, and I started with around $7.80 back in December of 2018, and now I have around $19,000 invested currently in this app. Now, the main thing is this, guys. With this app, I go ahead and I invest every single month some money, and I invest into a portfolio of 80% stocks, ETFs, and also 20% bonds. And my portfolio is actually diversified into international stocks, also, for example, real estate, and even like large companies and small companies. And that way, my portfolio goes like this when the market is down, but not like this, okay? That's the goal here. Now, here is exactly what I invest to when I invest into my portfolio with Acorns, which is called moderately aggressive. And then later on, I'll tell you exactly how to invest into individual stocks, for example, like Amazon or Tesla. And then later on, I'll tell you about that industry that no one is doing just yet to capitalize it while you still have the chance right now. Now, what I'm currently investing into, guys, is, for example, the S&P 500 ETFs, and the ticker symbol for that is VOO. By the way, all the ticker symbols are down below in the description, and I'm also going to put it here right now for 5 seconds. So go ahead and screenshot this right here so you know exactly how much I invest into all these investments right here by percentage, and also ticker symbol so you guys know exactly how to get everything done. Now, I invest into VOO because again, that is the S&P 500, the top 500 companies, and that way over the past 100 years in the past have shown that investing into this investment over time always ends up in a huge upturn because again, the market goes up and down, but it's never going to be like, hey, all the 500 companies are going to go like up, like bankrupt. The answer is no, very unlikely, almost impossible. But because of this, you never really know. I'm just kidding, okay? It's not gonna happen. Just relax, okay? Now, the second investment is actually by investing into small companies, and the third is real estate. The fourth is government bonds and also corporate bonds, and on top of that, also international large companies. So, Tommy, the answer is, guys, by being diversified, it allows me to make sure that my portfolio stays balanced during huge downturns, okay? And I don't want to be like the guys being like, oh my gosh, my investment was like a movie, it was crazy, I lost like all my money, then I got it all back, but then I lost it again and now I'm broke. I want my investment plan to be very boring, okay? Yeah, it kind of went down just a little, and yeah, we bounced up. We made like 10%, 20%, 30% over the past like 20 years or so. Actually, no, we're gonna like double or triple our money, but the point is, I want it to be very boring. Nothing exciting like, oh my gosh, I lost my money. I'm not interested in that, okay? And on top of that, my portfolio gives me around 2.35% in dividends, which is pretty awesome for me if you ask me. And all that money gets reinvested and I buy more shares, which adds up to me having more money in the future, okay? Now, On top of that, guys, my plan currently is that nothing changes. So the only thing that's going to happen is I'm going to be investing more and more money into my portfolio. And that's why last 2 days ago, I think, or one day ago, I invested another $10,000 in the portfolio because, again, the market is at a discount. And by the way, guys, when I say at a discount, I mean a historical discount. Like, the market has never gone this further down in a long time. So that's why I basically pulled the trigger, went ahead and bought as many stocks that I actually got. Okay, now second thing is this, guys. Well, Tommy, what if I want to be less boring, more excited, and be more like Warren Buffett and go out there and buy individual stocks? Well, by all means, you can do it if you want to. But again, I don't do that because, again, it is extremely risky. And on top of that, it takes a lot of work to get it done. And when I did it, and I put in the work, I got the returns, yes, but the amount of work to get that return, although it is worth it, it's not really my thing, okay? So I stick to ETFs, boring investments, but over time, it adds up to a lot of money. Now, however, guys, I am going to give you guys some resources. So if you do want to invest into, for example, Apple, Tesla, Delta, whatever you want to get into right now, you can if you want to once you have all these things down packed. Now, the first thing is this, guys. By the way, everything linked down below in the description. The first thing is this. You want to study the intrinsic value of stocks, okay? Now, Tommy, what is this? Well, the answer is this, guys. The intrinsic value is a true value or a very good estimate of the value based on the company itself and not based on, hey, we love Apple, or for example, things just went down or things just went up because it's one product. The answer is it's not based on hype, but it's only based on the facts. So always go ahead and research the intrinsic value of a company. And again, I also have a calculator link down below. So if you want to calculate it without having to do all the work, link down below on how to get it done also. So for example, you might see a company, say for example, you find a company like Apple. It's going for around $250, but in reality, the intrinsic value is around maybe $300. So you might say, wow, Tommy, it means that the value is $300, but right now it went down. So in reality, I should buy now because it is at a discount. Yes, but then backwards, if a company, for example, says, hey, our value in the market is $30 per share, but in reality, you look up the intrinsic value and it's actually around $20. Well, that means that it's inflated artificially for now. Now, you have to base it on other layers, and that's why I recommend you guys, for number 2 here as a resource, I recommend you guys read The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. That provides a ton of information on how to analyze a stock, and that's the guy that taught Warren Buffett how to do everything he knows today. Now, the third piece is this, guys. If you want to be lazy and you just want to be like, hey, Tommy, I don't want to do all that work, okay? I just want to know exactly what to invest into. I recommend you go to a website to give you an outline. Now, this website is called simplewall.st. So it's basically like Simple Wall Street, link down below also. But on this website, guys, when you guys do visit, it will tell you the fair value of the company and if it's undervalued or overvalued or is at a fair value at a good price currently. And there are a lot of companies right now that, because this entire thing is going on right now, are undervalued, even though there are still pretty solid companies. Like for example, you have airlines that are going down like crazy, although they're still pretty solid. Also, oil is going down like crazy. And on top of that, you even also have companies like, for example, Apple and Amazon, even Google, that are going down also just because of all this hype right now. Now, the main thing is this, guys. You want to understand the true value of a stock, its real price, and then see, for example, like, hey, people are saying it's not valued that, but in reality it is. The market just put it all the way down. That means it's at a discount. Let me go ahead and execute and buy right now, and then later on I will reap all the reward when it goes right back to its real fair value. And sometimes it might even go beyond that, okay? That's the point here. And now, guys, number 3 is something that no one is talking about just yet, but it will catch on if this stuff does continue. Now, to be honest with you guys, if you were prepared, for example, you had an emergency fund, it wouldn't matter what's going on right now because you would be covered for around 6 months. And I do believe in 6 months or so, this entire thing will kind of like blow off, okay? Now, the main thing is this, guys. Number 3 is investing into small businesses. Now, tell me, what are you talking about here? The answer is everyone is just looking at the market, but in reality, because of the worriness, and people there are stopping to go to other places to actually go and give them business like they usually do. Tommy, I don't get it. The answer is, for example, guys, okay, most people go out there and probably cut their hair maybe like once or twice every single week, okay, which is awesome. And so do the ladies with the hair salon stuff. The answer is basically barbershops and a lot of cash businesses out there are not getting a lot of business because of everything that's actually going on out there. No one wants to leave the house right now. Now, what this means is this, guys. If you are a business owner and you did everything correctly and you saved your money, well, you were good to go. However, guys, I do have to say this, okay? The government unofficially said that they were going to help small businesses, but who knows when that's going to happen, okay? Now, if it doesn't happen as fast as possible, you can go out there and say, for example, a small business owner said like, hey, I can't pay the rent this month because this is going on. And it's kind of like, why wouldn't you save money just in case something like this happened? Well, it wasn't ready. Well, since they are late on their lease, you can go ahead and talk to a landlord and basically come right under him and buy the business from him just like that, okay? Or get the lease from him just like that, okay? That's the point right here. So that's why I am also looking at small businesses to see exactly who's going to be floating or who is going to go under. And if the entire thing with the government doesn't happen, well, it should be a perfect time to start buying businesses for a very low price, because everyone, again, cannot afford it. Cannot afford to actually sustain their business because everything is kind of going like flimsy right now, okay? Now, is this very ethical? The answer is, in reality, you might see like no, but you're kind of like solving a problem for someone because that person needs the money, or they might just lose the whole business, okay? That's the point I'm saying here. So in reality, you are helping someone by being proactive and also being prepared for the entire situation, and that's just how things work, right? Now, guys, that's basically it for this video. Now, comment down below and let me know, which one are you going to do? Are you going to do, for example, my boring way of investing into ETFs with Acorns, or for example, do you want to be more exciting and like a movie and invest into individual stocks, for example, like Warren Buffett, or do you actually want to go out there and see exactly small businesses and see what they're doing? Now, to be honest, I recommend you actually do more than one. For example, I'm doing right now ETFs, very boring, but I'm also trying to see small businesses and seeing exactly how they're reacting to this entire thing that's going on right now. If you want to do, for example, stocks and small businesses, or stocks and ETFs, you can if you want to. If you want to do all three, you can if you want to. Comment down below and let me know, what are you going to do? And as always, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video right here, like this video, and on top of that, also subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, uno, just DM me or TommyBryson. And before I go, if you guys want to watch a full video on how Acorns work, watch this video right here. And also click my face right here to also turn on. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.